Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today. Today's class is about text messaging, my favorite thing. I love text messaging. So I'm gonna have a lot of opinions and things, but today, text messaging, how important. I think we all do it, but it's even better for business. But I will give you the disclaimer though. Be careful of texting too much and to people that you don't know because you could get spammed on your phone and you could lose your phone number or your iMessage. So use this really for people that you are continually to contact. So please don't use it, but you can look up other services, and I won't promote any because I've used different services. You can Google mass texting or texting services and have a different number that could go for more to people that don't know you. And you'll have to pay for that, but it's better than losing your phone number and getting blocked from your AT&T or Verizon or Apple. So the bad part about Apple is that they can, if you people spam your text, you could lose your iMessage if you use an Apple, and then you really can't get it back ever. And that's happened to people. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me. It happened to my assistant. It's happened to Kelly here in the office to her phone. Someone stole her phone number somehow and was texting and got uh, blackballed or spammed. So be careful. So I'm using that disclosure on that. But starting, why text messaging works. The power of instant communication. Text messages have one of the highest open rates of any communication method. Clients expect fast responses from their realtors. Texting is quick, convenient, and personal. It helps build stronger client relations. Consistent follow-up leads to more appointments and closings. Pro tip, aim to respond to new leads within 5 minutes whenever possible to dramatically improve your chances of making contact. So, again, I'm going to throw in my opinions. I think in today's day and age with texting, calling somebody first, to me, again, this is my personal opinion, calling someone that you know, like a client, a prospect or whatever, is sending a text message first. Hey, I would love to talk with you. When's a good time to talk? It's like knocking before you enter someone's home. Calling someone unannounced, uh, unplanned, un without a text to me is like an emergency. Something's happening. When it's just someone, hey, I just to talk, I really feel that texting first is a good thing to do when prospecting and following up with clients. It's kind of polite to me. Hey, by the way, I didn't want to bother you. Just call me when you get a chance. Can we schedule a time to talk? Or just little communications, not long things, not really long things. That should be in a conversation. And then quick, you need to be quick. Today's day and age, people want to know that you're watching and available. And if you don't text back, some people think it's rude. They're like, why didn't you text me back? I know there's people like this, but in business, someone texts you, you should text back right away. You should at least acknowledge that they text, especially if it's business wise. Someone's texting you, they want a response. So in business, you can't play that game of it's not important to me, or I'll text them later, that you could lose business to that. Build a text messaging system. Create repeatable processes. Organize your contacts in their CRM. Create templates for common conversations. Schedule follow-up reminders. Track conversations and responses. Use automation without losing the personal touch. Pro tip, the best text messaging system works even when you're busy because your follow-up process is already planned. So I have things on my in my tab or in my notepad and on my iPhone. There's a notes app, that you could have. If you don't know, see it, it's like just like a little notepad. I have text messages already there of stuff I normally say, so I could cut and paste very easily. Also, you could put in your phone, you have code, you could put short. And if you could call me and I could show you how to do it or search on your Apple, you could put like different things. Like I put our my name so many times on texts and things. So I just have put TT, I click TT and my name, my contacts and everything comes right out. So if I put TT in my phone, it throws out all of this stuff because there's really nothing else to, you're going to write a word with two T's in a row, really. I mean, that, when you start, that is. And so you could pre-program your phone to just have a few letters and it will throw out the normal things that you're going to have. Like if you, I know my texts don't automatically put a signature on it, but I'd like to put that in my text with my name and my title and my the company and website and all of that and my text. But I already have that set up, so I can hit three little buttons, tick, 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 and then boom, it puts all that in there. So you could get repeatable templates, cut and paste, all of that. Also, I never delete my text. I know it probably keeps a lot of space. About a year or two ago, I kind of deleted everything just to start fresh because I had so much stuff in there. I know I could see my thing, but I try not to delete text or any important text. Message every realtor should have ready. It saves time with templates. New lead introductions. Again, be in your cut and paste. Buyer consultation invitations, listing appointment confirmation, open house follow-up, past clients and referral check-ins. Personalize every template with the client's name and specific details to make every message feel one-on-one. So those templates, it says, mine all say hi, and whatever saying whatever the message is about a new lead introduction. So you could cut and paste, cut, copy, and paste into a text, put their name, boom, it's already done for you. And it's right there. So you don't have to type the same things over and over. And you could add things to it too. So have different things in your notepads. Best practice for business texting, communicate professionally. Keep messages short and easy to read. Ask simple questions that encourage replies. Always identify yourself. Proofread before sending. Respect business hours when possible. Pro tip, end messages with an easy question like, would today or tomorrow work better for you to increase response rate? So keep it short, just something that they don't have to scroll through. That's the whole point of texting. Easy, quick things, not reading a book. That's an email. Like if I tell agents, I've seen them screenshot me text conversations with other realtors or this, and I go, some of them get so long. I said, all you have to do is say, check your email. I have a long message or attachments, something that's longer and more precise. You could give them instructions. Check your voicemail. Check your check because I left the voicemail. Check your email. Simple questions like the pro tip: is today good for you? Tomorrow good for you? Give them a time. Always identify yourself, like to people, or especially people that I don't know if they've have me in their phone. One, two, I don't know if they saved me in their phone, like they should know it's me. I always put my name in there. Even sometimes some of our agents, I remind them because I'm like, haven't texted them in a while. Maybe they didn't save my phone number, which all of my agents that have my name and phone number stored in your phone because if you need me or if I'm calling you, if it's something important. But sometimes I put my name in there just in case. Maybe they got a new phone. Maybe they didn't put the contact in. So yeah, always identify yourself in your text, not assume that they know who you are. Proofread before sending. I'm bad with this, especially if I don't have my reading glasses on. And so I apologize to people. But yeah, proofread before, make sure you're saying what you're saying and it wasn't a typo or things like that. And of course, respect business hours, not all hours of the day. Automating your follow-up, work harder, not smarter, or work smarter, not harder. Schedule follow-up messages in advance. Again, putting it in your calendar. I know you can't really do that with text messaging on your phone, but there are texting services that you could get a different number, you could get set up where it has a scheduled text already. I don't really use those as much, but for scheduling things, I like to let myself know, but you can automate text in certain texting programs. So you could Google those. There's different services and different prices and different things. Like there's easy texting. We use Alloware, but again, do your own research and find which one's best for you. Set up birthday reminders in your phone to send text messages, follow up after showings and closings, track engagement and response. Automation should start conversations, not replace personal relationships. So if you have, that's why I like don't do the automated text like, hey, to individuals, maybe a group like our agents. Some of our agents that you get from our office, the group text that we send sometimes I not automate it like every month I just send it, but sometimes when I'm busy, I'll put into our text message system something that's going to go out tomorrow or next week because I want to make sure it's done and everything's ready and I don't miss it and get busy. So things like that you can do. Common texting mistakes. What to avoid? Waiting too long to respond. Yes. Sending long paragraphs. Yes. Texting too frequently. Not too frequently, but one of my pet peeves, but again, it's the people that do 2 or 3 words per text. Oh gosh, like how about this? Now that, now this, now that. Next thing, boom, 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 ding, 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 ding. Especially if I'm in the car and it's reading my text to me. So be aware of that. It's just that someone might be in their car or somewhere where it's reading their text. Or sometimes I have my AirPods in and it reads me my text, but it goes ding, ding, ding. So what? Get your thoughts in order. That's one of my things, and send it all in one text. So you're not those 5 texts in a row. Sounding overly sales oriented, of course, failing to follow up after no response. So if you send something to somebody and they don't respond to you, you should follow up with it, not 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but maybe if you're sending something at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. If you're sending something at the end of the day and they didn't get back to you by midday tomorrow, just checking to make sure you got my text. It's okay to keep texting someone a few times to see if they got, hey, by the way, just making sure you got my text and didn't miss it. I know there's people, I'm one of them, of people I send texts to waiting for a response and forget because they don't respond. So one of those things you can do, I bet if you think about it, it's happening to you. Sometimes I text people something and I organize myself unconsciously or consciously by them texting back and go back and forth. And then if they don't text back, I forget what I was doing because I said, hey, by the way, this to an agent. They don't text me back. Then all of a sudden the whole day goes by and then they might have missed my text and we didn't get done what we were trying to get done because I was playing the tennis game of back and forth the text and one of us dropped the ball. So does that make sense? Sometimes that happens. So you gotta, when you send a text message to someone, maybe put a reminder in there that you're working on something. I know it's hard to do. Or if you're someone sending a text message to you and you're busy, and all of a sudden 5 more people text you, you got to be organized with those texts to make sure you're following up on everything. The craziest thing for me when I see salespeople or business people, realtors, and I look on their phone and I see a red bubble of dozens or hundreds of, I remember I saw somebody with thousands of unopened or unresponded to text messages. And I said, how do you even organize yourself with text? That's how I organize myself. When I see a text when I see a red, like there's something there that I know that it's something I didn't open or something I need to keep working on. So there's ways to keep yourself organized and make sure you don't miss things. All right, your 7-day text messaging action plan. Put your systems into action. Create 5 reusable text templates. Again, in your notes, things that you would consistently send to somebody, like if you're getting leads, online leads, or someone that's emailing you, looking at your listings or anything, something about that. Follow up, a birthday text, anniversary text, congratulations on your sale text. Something that you're going to consistently, you see, always sending out to people. Or organize your contacts in your CRM. Follow up with 5 past clients by text. Reach out to 5 new prospects by text. and schedule daily time to text follow-up. So pro tip, a simple, consistent text messaging system can become one of your most powerful lead generation tools. The agent who follows up consistently are the ones who earn the most referrals, appointments, and repeat business. So sometimes with me, like during the day, as I look at my phone, I'm texting with people that need things now. I'm not starting any new I'm trying not to start anything new conversations, because if all of a sudden someone wants to have a texting conversation, like an agent or someone, especially if you as an agent are reaching out to prospects, you should do that at a specific time. Example, if you want to reach out to 5 new prospects today, maybe tonight, at 7 o'clock, you go, okay, I'm going to text message 5 new prospects today and follow up with them, or 5 new prospects, maybe past clients or friends or family giving you referrals. So, hey, here's some people to follow up with, put in your database. Hey, by the way, Joe gave me your number and just wanted me to touch base with you about, maybe you might be looking to buy or sell a house future, something like that. But do that at a specific time, because they might text back, and then you can't be busy for an hour working on writing an offer, or go all of a sudden you start sending a 5 prospecting text, and you're about to show a house, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses to someone, you're going to be off the grid for 3 hours. They're just responded to you, so you need to be available to respond back. So leave that leeway. So say you given an hour, and you say, okay, to the top of the hour, 7 o'clock, I'm going to text people. And then I have an hour. If someone responds back and wants to have a conversation through text, some people do. Hey, yeah, by the way, this back and forth. Some people love. I love unofficial conversations through text that can be done through text, because sometimes I'm busy and can't talk all the time, or I'm watching a Zoom, or at a place where I can't hear or talk, or I love having text conversations with people when I'm at a restaurant, or when I'm places where I'm not talking to somebody by myself, or a place but it's hard to talk in the phone. So I'm at an airport or things like that. But so again, the point of what I was getting at, make sure you have time to get those replies and reply back. So don't text people for the first time, or they might respond and then you're off the grid for 3 hours. And hopefully that made some sense. So that's it. Stop sharing here. But yeah, remember, texting I think it's great. Be careful how many texts you send a day. Don't be doing like 100 new texts, boom, 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 of people you don't know. They're going to spam you. Is this junk? If you see it, you get messages from unknown numbers, it's junk. Also, follow up with phone calls too for new prospects. So, because sometimes people don't get text messages. I didn't know this until I just read an article that your iPhone now has a setting that you can have all texts that are from numbers that are not in your contacts go into a different spam text folder that doesn't show up as an icon or a bubble on your phone. So I didn't know mine was on. I didn't know. Well, I have 2 buttons. There's 2 buttons. One that's spam, that's like the iPhone or iMessage has already said this type, coming from this number is spam. It's been spammed. That's automatically on when you do a new upgrade. So I just checked it yesterday. I was like, wow, I have a bunch of messages in the spam folder I didn't get because they were considered spam, and they were sales type calls. But I noticed in the setting, there also is a setting that you could go and put all text messages from numbers that are not a contact in your phone goes to that. So I do that. I wouldn't do that for text for me. I just say, because I get text from outside agents and places that I'm not in contact, but I do have it for phone calls. It's the best thing that ever happened. I have every one of our agents, and pretty much most of every agent in Ohio is stored in my phone. If every phone call that comes to my phone that is not a contact goes right to voicemail. If I don't know you, you're going to voicemail. But I get the voicemail, I see the voicemail, at least that, but it doesn't ring my phone. So text messages, yeah, would go into a spam folder, but it might be very important. At least I see those coming quickly. So you have that ability too, if you don't know that. I don't recommend that for agents at all because people are going to call you from your yard sign, you're this. So you really should pick up if you have listings with your phone number on it, your website has phone numbers on it, you as an agent should be picking up every phone because that could go to someone else. Me, I don't sell houses personally anymore. I help you as agents. So if you call me, you text me, everything goes through. But anybody else, they are not as important as you are. So they could go to voicemail and I could listen to their voicemail later. So that's it for today. Hopefully that gave you some tips on text messaging, a little bit about voicemail and phone calls. But remember, reach out to me, call, text me anytime. I'm happy to help you with anything you need. So have a great day and hope to talk to many of you very soon. Bye-bye.